matchups, especially for the first week of the season. Of course, there was a lot of games that could have been our game of the week, but when it all came down to it, there was no way we could pass up Lorena and China Spring.
Both of these teams came ranked in the top 25, plus the Leopards were trying to win a second year in a row.
Yeah, you know, our Friday Night Lights game of the week actually really lights out tonight at China Spring. Look at that. Lights really did go out. Second quarter, Cougars leading 14-zip. Bradley Lina calls his own number right up the middle, giving the Leopards first and goal at the 3. Next play, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same thing, and Lorena's on the scoreboard, 14-7 at that point. Now, ensuing Cougar drive, the handoff's going to go to Emmanuel Abdullah. He's going to go 20 yards right up the gut, finding pay dirt. China Spring leads 21-7. Later, it's Abdullah yet again. Watch him. He's going to bulldoze his way right into the end zone. It's now 28-7. Then final seconds before the half. Off an interception. Braden Faulkner fires to his right for Jordan Nevarez. 5 yards on the touchdown. 35-7 at the half. Look at this score. 42-21 late fourth quarter. Wow.
This week's Game of the Week is sponsored by Baylor Scott and White Health.
And our own Curtis Quillen's been out of this game from the very beginning. He joins us live from Cougar Stadium. Where how about this game, Curtis?
Well, hey, Nick, right now it is 42-21 with 3:33 left to play. China Spring leading the 8th-ranked 4A Division II Lorena Leopards. Somebody is going to walk away with this little thing tonight, the Week 1 Friday Night Lights Game of the Week trophy. Let's take a look at what's going on here right now. We've got a timeout on the field, but Lorena is driving near midfield. This game has been kind of up and down. It's been the definition of a roller coaster for Lorena. They've had 3 turnovers, a lost fumble, and 2 interceptions, one of which was actually swatted by a China Spring linebacker. In this game, Emmanuel Abdallah has been lights out for China Spring. At least 3 touchdowns that we know of in this game, Nick, out of the 6 that China Spring has scored. So 3:33 left to go in this one. China Spring leading Lorena 42-21. We will get you that final as soon as we have it, plus live interviews with the winning coach and player of the game coming up once that little clock back there hits 0. For now, we're live at Cougar Stadium in China Spring. Curtis Quillen, Channel 6 Sports.
All right, thank you, Curtis. What a game tonight, huh?
Yeah.
For a game of the week. That's incredible. All right, look, let's stay in Class 4A. Salado Eagles hoping to bounce back after a disappointing season a year ago.
And this season, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine has the Eagles on the outside looking in, but they do bring back a lot of experience. Yeah,
you know what, Nikki? That experience is going to be key tonight. They travel to Crusader Stadium to face off with the Troy team, whose expectations are higher than ever. Chris Lancaster, former assistant at Baylor to Guy Morris, and now the Trojan offensive coordinator, going to love this. Troy's first play of the season, Ben Presley hands off to my man, junior Zach Boschek. He was a stud last season. He's a stud right now in game 1. 65 yards on that touchdown. Point after would be no good, so it's 6-0 early. Still, hey, Ronnie Porter, he's like, you know what? That's a way to start the season there, my man. Salado would go 3 and out. Trojans threatening again. This time in the air, Presley finds who else? Zach Boschek over the middle. That point was good. 13-zip Troy. Salado would get on the scoreboard, but right now it is all Troy. Final 28-14.
Now let's head out to Robinson, where the Rockets squared off against the Ducks from Taylor. All right, end of the first half, but to this point, it was all defense. Here we go. Tyler Bennett, I almost got hit at this point, but they got the Rockets into the red zone. All right, next play, Ethan Linder, he adds a couple more yards. The Rockets are now within the 10-yard line. Clock ticking down. McHenry looking for a receiver. Jordan Rogers comes out of nowhere, makes the catch for a touchdown. The extra point was good. The Rockets were up 14-0 at the end of the half. Scores from around
late third quarter, though, 38-7.
Yeah.
Rockets on the way to their first first win of the season.
But it's not over yet. Not over yet. All right, scores from around Class 4A. Number 1, La Vega traveled to 5A Medina Valley, and the Pirates. Connolly taking on Palestine. 28-7. Connolly, Palestine. 46-27. Gatesville was on the road at
Midlothian there. Midlothian Heritage 35-zip over those Hornets.
35-0.
So good win by number 1 La Vega, though. Yeah. That's a big win. All right, don't go anywhere. Look, we're just getting started. When we come back, we're going to dive right into Class 6A. and you take it all the way from there.
Okay, were my highlights fine? I was trying to look and make sure I was on time with the highlights.
I was trying to kind of slow it down. All right, look, let's rehearse real quick. All right, welcome back. Sam Skidmore and his Belton Tigers never shy away from competition. So tonight's game against number 7 Austin Westlake would be a great measuring stick to start the season.
What do you say?
Are you kidding me? God! How much time we have left?
Hurry up, hurry up. The Tigers lost in the first round of the playoffs a year ago. They bring back a lot of
we have no scores.
So a win tonight would make some noise around the state. Packed house in Austin. Packed in Austin where Westlake is coming off a state semifinal appearance last season, and they dominate Belton.
Okay, I'm coming back. What the? Where's my cell phone?
What is this with the team?
I don't know.
This time around, the offense said, regardless of how much you score, we're going to score more. Ryan Lindy broke off the big run.
I don't. That's Austin. KVU in Austin. Okay, they're in. Okay.
Catch that resulted in a Mason Magnum. What is this?
I don't know if it was Joe.
Like this?
Mason.
Mason Magnum touchdown.
Okay, here we go. You ready? All right, welcome back. Sam Skidmore and his Belton Tigers. You know, they never shy away from any competition. So tonight's game against number 7 Austin Westlake would be a great measuring stick to start the season.
The Tigers lost in the first round of the playoffs a year ago, and they bring back a lot of weapons. So a win tonight would definitely make some noise around the state. Packed house in Austin where Westlake is coming off a state semifinals appearance last season, and they dominate Belton tonight, this time around the offense, and said regardless of how much you score, we're going to score more. Ryan Lindy broke off the big run in the first quarter, that nice sprint, get a little game up, pitching catch that resulted in a Mason Magnum touchdown, and the scoring had just begun. Moments later, our old friend Ryan was making plays once again, and this time through the air. Touchdown.
Let's go to that big board. What do we have here? 48-0
yeah,
Austin
that's
Westlake.
a big one. That's a big one.
All right, Coppers Cove looking to carry that momentum over. They created last season. Tonight they played host to Burleson. Picking up second quarter, game tied at 7. Look at Michael Cox going to sprint down the sideline. 32-yard gain for a Bulldogs first down. And quarterback Russell Cochran would call his own number. Plows his way in from 3 yards out. Cove goes on top 14-7. Later, Dogs back on offense. Cochran finds Jameel Rice. What a catch by the senior wide receiver, Killeen, and bounds right there. That would set up this 27-yard field goal by Cameron Ryan. 17-7 at that point. Let's go to the big board here. What do we have? Oh, wow. 38-34 late fourth quarter.
That's a close one. All right, Temple hoping to challenge Midway for a district championship tonight. They kicked off their 2019 season on the road around the rock, Cedar Ridge. Temple quarterback Samari Howard scrambles for the touchdown to put Temple up 7-6 in the first. On ensuing kick, Chris Deuce Vaugh digs the 96-yard to give Cedar Ridge the lead right back, 13-7.
That's incredible there. Special teams is always big, though. Special teams does special plays, especially in week 1.
All right, Cedar Ridge forces the fumble, goes to score. Wait, here we go. They end up scoring on the next drive. They got the ball back. Here we go, 35-29 final. Cedar Ridge on top.
Tough. Well, hey, listen, Toby Foreman and his Shoemaker Gray Wolves, they're able to put more W's in the win column this season. They welcome San Angelo Central to Leo Buckley Stadium. Bobcats receiving the punt. Chris Jackson, he calls, he fumbles. Trey Dixon jumps on the football. Gray Wolves in business. A few plays later, Ty Bell in the bootleg. Throws to his right, finds Jalen Guillory for the touchdown. Extra point was blocked. It's 6-0 Shoemaker. San Angelo tries to answer. Malachi Brown back to pass, steps in the pocket, but he's intercepted by Amir Batiste. He's going to rumble 15 yards before being dragged out of bounds. Shoemaker goes back to work on offense. Bell looking for his receiver. He's picked off by Tristan Lopez. Let's go to the big board, because look at Shoemaker tonight. 54 points. Wow, 54-21 is your final on this one.
All right, now let's head out to College Station, where Ellison Eagles squared off against A&M Consolidated. First drive of the game. Gage Paul hands to Brian Darby. OU commit, weaving through traffic. First down, same drive. Here we go. Nope.
He's fired up there. He's fired up.
Excited.
Look at that first down.
All right, Paul, the fake action hits Devin Price on the slab. Texas A&M commit.
They are loaded.
7-0.
They are loaded. A&M commit, OU commit. Wow. All right, let's talk about some more offense here, Nikki.
All right, Paul Lokang left, hits Justin Conrad down the boundary into your living room. First down.
man, check out our
someone got
camera
hit there.
guy.
Someone
Worked
looks
his
like
comp
me
right
at
there.
that Robinson game. All right, here we go. First down, same drive. Darby gets outside of the tackle. Here we go. Run.
Dragging guys with them. Oh, man.
Okay. Well, this is a little crazy over here.
Look at that. Knocks the ball loose.
Nope.
How about this? Let's go to the big
All right,
board.
42-6. Well,
wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah, big
These are
rivalry
high-scoring games
It
out
was
here.
a lot of high-scoring games. Look, big rivalry matchup. Waco ISD, Waco High against University. Second quarter, University up 14-zip. Trojans, Jacob Brandt throws. That's a pick to Nicavian Mathis. Then Waco quarterback Davion Long throws to Jalen Ryans for a 10-yard gain. Jaden Ridge. He's got a nice run coming up right here for 10 yards. Look at that hole by the O-line, and then a short run, hard-fought run up the gut right here. Look at that, plowing his way in for the touchdown. Extra point is good, and that is in the second quarter, 14-7 at that point. This one, a one-point game.
That's a close one.
late fourth
You never
quarter.
see one-point games.
Trojans on top, 30-29.
All right, last night at Leo Buckley Stadium, KILLEEN was hoping to get off to a great start against Round Rock Stony Point. Stony Point up 3 after the opening drive. James Terry on the option, passes. Nate Camper and the 6'7" race commit shows off the hands and feet, setting up the ruse at the 10.
It's like a basketball player running downfield.
Seriously. A few plays later, handoff goes to Gomez from the 1. He cashes in the extra point, but no good. Ruse lead, 6-3. Tigers force a safety on the Roo. Punt, ensuring drive. Jackson Tingler looks to his right, but Jaden Hill picks off this one and returns it 70 yards down the sideline for the pick 6. KILLEEN led 13-5 at this point, but Stony Point would storm back and have a big second half as they would hold on to win 25-20.
All right, score from round 6A. Number 20 Midway on the road at Euless Trinity. Oh, they fall by 6, 20-14. And this one, Harker Heights, a tough one at Round Rock. They do fall 42-34. Wow. All right, listen, it's time to announce our Battle of the Bands winner. We had a good one, though, McGregor and Marlin, but guess what?
This week, it was a battle of the Bulldogs as Marlin was taking on McGregor. The public has officially spoken.
Yeah, and Marlin, they win, and they win big,
Okay,
taking
Marlin, I see you, Marlin.
74% of the vote.
Yep.
So take a listen. We'll see you on
here
the
we
other
go.
side of this break. All right, look, if there's one team in our area that wins on a consistent basis, it's definitely Cameron Yo.
The Yeomen come in ranked number 4 in Class 3A Division 1, but as history shows, they'll play anyone regardless of the classification.
You're exactly right, Nikki. Of course, tonight the Cameron Yo scored off against Class 4A MEXIA. A good measuring stick for the Black Cats. Yeomen moving up the field quickly with the passing game in the first quarter. Here's Braden Brashear connecting with Nico Vargas to get into enemy territory. But Cameron Yo later failed to convert on 4th down. Black Cats made them pay. Here, Trey Holman on the carry. He dragged several defenders with him for the first down. And then watch Jared Wiley running through one tackle, runs through another tackle. That's 6 right there. Black Cats led 13 zip first quarter. Let's go to the big board, though. Cameron Yo comes storming back. They're leading 27-14 late 4th quarter.
It was a battle of the Bulldogs between Marlin and McGregor. McGregor came in as a 21-point favorite. McGregor up 7-0 early. It's a battle of the Bulldogs as Marlin travel.
What is this, rough? Is that Ryan Fight? Rough?
All right, first quarter, Marlin's Braylon Fisher hands right to Ty Harris for a short gain. Not enough for Marlin. Second quarter, McGregor's Dayton Threadgill gets the ball and runs it 5 yards for the Dogs. Quarterback McDaniel hands it off to Threadgill.
He's going to score. Okay,
he's
here
got
we reservation for 6.
Here we go. Hands it off. Runs all the way to the end zone. It's a long run. Okay, here we go. 35-28. McGregor wins that one.
That's a good one. That's still the
That's a
4th
close
quarter.
one.
It is right now. All right, number 18, Rockdale. Bring back a good amount of talent on offense. Would it be enough to get them past Giddings here? The Tigers putting on plenty of points in the scoreboard in the first half. Check out Cameron Valdez pulling a spin, using his speed to get out to the outside. Luckily, our camera guy got out of the way. It's a 30-yard gain. Here, Valdez again, not with the ball, but downfield blocking. Helps Deshaun Raven, gets in the end zone for a touchdown, but Giddings would not go quietly. Check out Alex Delatorre taking the straight pitch right into the end zone. Tigers led 27-18 late second quarter, but to the scoreboard, Rockdale 1-0 on the season, 41-24 your final.
All right, we had an instant classic last night at Crusader Stadium between number 12 Rogers and Academy. Will pick up in the second. Bees leading 13-7. Mraz looking deep. He finds Jalen McWilliams, 40 yards for the touchdown. Academy goes up on top, 19-7. Later in the second, it's now 25-13. Academy Rogers will storm right back. Hal Schiller, the pitch to Jordan Riley, who sprints down the field for 12 yards and first down. All right, a few plays later, J.J. Frieden plows in from 2 yards. That made it 25-20. Both teams combined for 100 points as number 12 Rogers holds off Academy 55-45. After the game, Charlie Rotten said he liked the way his team played, but they still have a lot to work on. But that's a big score.
A lot of things went wrong, especially in the first half, but they just overcame a lot of things by just playing hard and sticking with it and, you know, staying the course, not getting down, and we went in and made some adjustments to halftime, and it worked out okay.
All right, Roger will head to Bruceville Eddy coming up next Friday night. All right, look, that's going to do it right now for us right here on the NBC side. But coming up, you can flip over to KCNTV.com and check us out live stream on the web and also on Facebook. We'll see you then.
Friday Night Lights is brought to you by Baylor Scott and White Health.
All right, welcome back to our live stream portion. Nick Kendall's also alongside Nikki Laterulo. Of course, big game of the week tonight between Lorena and China Spring. Both teams top 25, and they're going to be really, really good this season. Let's go back out to Curtis Quillen. He's out there at Cougar Stadium where China Spring, big home win over those Leopards. I'll tell you what
This
a way
week's
to
Game
kick
of the
off the
Week is
season.
sponsored by Baylor Scott and White Health.
Yeah, Nick, 42-21, the final. Number 25, China Spring takes down number 8, Lorena, to open the 2019 Texas high school football season with our first Friday Night Lights game of the week. With that, the championship trophy for our Week 1 game of the week goes to the head coach of the China Spring Cougars, Brian Bell. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. What did you like from what you saw tonight?
Guys came out early and played with a lot of effort, and that's all we asked them to do. Just come out early, play with effort and focus on what they're trying to do, be simple and be intentional with it, and they did a great job.
Emmanuel Abdallah, I mean, the guy was hard to tackle tonight. At least I counted 3 touchdowns on the night. I mean, bruising runs. What is it about this young man that makes him so special?
He's a hard worker. I mean, he can squat a house. He loves the weight room, and he's a high discipline kind of guy. He makes good grades. It's not just on the football field. He's all around. It happens his entire life. So good things happen for him tonight. He deserved that.
How important is it to come out the gate as strong as you guys did tonight? Because you guys came out and put your foot down and just kept it on the accelerator.
No, that was good for us, and that's a good taste of that. Now we got to start doing that in the second half. We started a little slow in the second half. We're flat. We picked it up at the end, but that's something we need to work on.
You guys even had to overcome a little bit of adversity with that unexpected delay because of the lights. So when you factor that into this game and the fact that Lorena is as good as they are this season, because that is a very good team, how confidence-inspiring is this game for you guys?
It means a lot, and like you said, Lorena's well coached. They've got a lot of good players, and so to win like that, really means a lot to us. But we got a lot to clean up too. Like I said, the film, it's never as good as it seems, and it's never as bad as it seems. So I'm sure there's some things we need to coach.
You've got 5 games left until you get to one of the toughest districts in all of 4A, District 5 4A Division 1, defending state champion in that district, 3 other state powerhouse programs as well. What is it, right off the top of your head, what is the biggest thing that you guys want to clean up in those 5 games until you get to that point?
I'm not sure yet. I think we still have to kind of find our identity and make those mistakes and then try to fix them. We got a long ways to go, and we're taking it 1 week at a time. We're focusing on Trinity Christian right now in Addison, and we're going to try to go 1-0 next week.
Coach, I really appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
Like you heard Coach Bell said, China Spring takes on Addison Trinity Christian next week on the road. That game up in the suburbs of North Dallas. Kickoff for that one will be at 7:30. We don't know where our game of the week is going to be next week, but we do know this. We've got at least 2 more live shots coming to you from here at China Spring High School, Cougar Stadium. China Spring takes down Lorena to open the Texas high school football season in our first Friday Night Lights game of the week. Final score 42-21, but do not let that tell the story on this Lorena program. China Spring, 4A Division 1, they're going to be good this year. That number 25 ranking is there for a reason. Lorena is just as good. I was talking to Coach Biles after the game. He said, they've got some things to fix, but, quote, we'll be back. We'll talk more about them coming up later in the show as well. For now, live from Cougar Stadium in China Spring, Curtis Quillen, Channel 6 Sports.
All right, good job, my man out there. Please don't let the lights go out on you like they did early in the game.
We
don't need that. We need some lights on you over
It's
there.
funny you say that because we have to move to the locker room because all the players are starting to trickle back.
Okay.
Hey, we'll talk to you here in just a bit then. All right, look, last season, you weren't here, but I'll tell you what, MART Panthers, they have been incredible.
I've heard
They
all
have been
about
incredible.
them.
Look, last year they finished 15-1 en route to the
crazy.
Class 2A state championship. Of course, this year, expectations are still the same.
The Panthers opened up the season ranked #1 in the state. Tonight, they traveled to take on Bosqueville. That came in ranked 21 in the state.
Yeah, going to be a really good, Bosqueville is going to be really good this season, but I don't know what they feed those kids in MART, but I want whatever they have because they are unbelievable. First quarter, Kyler Marin hands the ball off to Rodrell Freeman from 15 yards out for Mart's first score of the game. Then 2-point conversion is made by Freeman to make it 8-zip. Bulldogs, Luke Bradshaw throws a nice 10-yard pass to Larson Hoffmeyer. Next possession, Kyler Martin runs a quarterback keeper for a 25-yard gain for the MART Panthers. That sets up Martin to Demarion Medlock. Look at this. Nice. Rolls to his right. Finds his man open in the touchdown. Guess what? They go for 2. No good. But look at this score. 52-14. Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. They just all day, every day.
Big. And over in RIESEL, where the Indians went head-to-head with THRALL tonight, scoring was at a premium. Will McGlintock, a long pass to Noah Slagle for a 52-yard touchdown. The Indians, after that one, they went for a 2-point conversion, but it wasn't an easy one. Here we go. Look, the whole team helping push Cersei with
got to
over
push
the
those
line.
legs.
But the 2-point conversion was good, and at that point, it was 8-0. But the final score, let's see it.
Let's go to that big
see it.
board. Look at that.
THRALL came up. No.
12-8.
That's
THRALL
the third.
leading
That's the third.
third quarter.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not over.
All right, look. Delbert Kim, one of my favorite coaches, number 16 Crawford, he tells me every year, look, Nick, we're going to stink, we're going to be terrible. Look, they're 16th in the state. Looking to get off to a good season, playing host to TOLAR. Five left in the second. Pirates down 9-7. TOLAR's Wesley Miller tries to make a game but fails. Time to punt. TOLAR kicks it, and McGregor takes advantage to run it all the way. Look at this. Where are the people at? He's gone.
There's no one. He's alone.
That's a highlight right there. Touchdown. Crawford goes up 14-9. TOLAR tries to even the score before half. Wesley Miller throws it to Dan and Bartley, runs it in for 20-yard gain right there. Not enough. Crawford led at the half, and let's go to the big board because the Crawford Pirates, they hold on to win 21-16. It's a big win by Delbert Kim's team.
Valley Mills off to its first playoff berth since 2011. They open the year against number 4 Clifton tonight at home. Cubs receive the opening kick. Here they go, hand it. The reigning district MVP, Riley Perry, who picks up 12 yards and set them up first and goal. Next play, Mason Brandenburger rolls to his left, fires. Everett Sandler himself in the end zone. 7-0. Here we go. After forcing the Eagles to punt, Brandenburger strikes again, firing left for TJ Furch, who evades a tackle and wins the foot race to the end zone. All right, no good, but Clifton was leading at that point 13-0, and okay, yep, 35-0 the final.
Clifton is really
Yeah,
good. You know who's really good? Number 13, Holland.
This is Curtis's people.
This is Curtis's people. Best kept secret in Central Texas. Opened the 2019 season against Moody. Zane Spin takes the snap, passes to Logan Mann on the screen, making one man miss. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Nobody. Look at his offensive lineman. I can't believe that.
I love when that happens. I love that.
Yeah, they're up big time. All right, so here we go. Next drive, spin to Clay Cooper, makes a defender miss. Stiff arming. He's in for the score. Where's the defense? Look at that, 12-zip at that point. And what does Holland do tonight? They win 64-6.
These scores are crazy.
They wore
Texas
out
high school football,
the end
man.
zone.
It's a real thing.
They wore out the end zone bad tonight.
Over in Bartlett, the Bulldogs squared off against Hubbard.
Look at that. Nice date there.
Logan Morris with the snap. He breaks the tackle and throws a deep pass to Justin Johnson for the score. What a throw, what a catch, and what a great shot by the camera person there.
Hey, that's Foster Davey right there.
That's a good
one.
Frosty. And that was good for the touchdown. They were put up 24-0 over Bartlett. Then Morris throws. Okay. A quick. Okay, his target, Justin Johnson again for a big game. He had a big game. He would later set up Morris, handing it off to R.J. Comer for the score and put them up. The 2-point conversion was good, and that was 30-0 at that point, but they'd go on to win 36-6.
How about Hubbard there? All right,
Curtis
Bremont.
was right, maybe, with them.
Yeah, Bremont on the road, taking on Normandy tonight at Panther Stadium. Tiger ball, Seth Kozlowski. Watch this slip screen here as Hunter Wilgowski. Look, that's good blocking there. We used to call that back in high school Montana X. That play worked every single time. That's a first down. Same drive, Kozlowski to Dalton. Wilgowski gets the touchdown.
Ooh.
Look at that, slipped right there. Oh, stiff arm.
That's a stiff
Watch
arm.
me.
Is that allowed?
Oh, he stared him down. That's 6-0.
That's
Miss
allowed?
extra point. All right, Normandy responds here. Mason Hardy to Luke Yellett on the screen. He walks in for 6.
Oh, that was an
extra
easy one.
point is good. 7-6. Nick, you got to make those extra points there. It might come back to haunt you. Then Kozlowski to Hunter Wilgowski there down the boundary, finds his man. He's going to outrun everybody for the score. Let's go to the big board. How about this? Late fourth quarter, Bremont on their way to their first win. They're leading 40-21.
All right, let's head out to the Derek Johnson Hall of Fame Kickoff Classic, where Axtell squared off against Dawson. Both teams struggled on offense throughout the first half, but first quarter, Jacoby Moore takes the pitch, goes around the left side.
Watch this official here.
Okay.
He's like, come on.
He's trying. He's gone 75 yards for the touchdown, and he would line up and go for 2. Okay.
So Demurray Hamilton, this guy's a stud
too. He walks in, just strolls right in. No one's behind him. And they take an 8-0 lead. Jamari Hamilton would later score on a 69-yard touchdown run, and it was all Dawson after that. Yep, there we go. They cruise on 36-14.
All right, let's check out some scores from Class 2A. Bruceville Eddy on the road at Rio Vista. They win 40-33. Anderson Shiro, third quarter leading Rosebud Lot 26-zip. Thorndale Flores, no score there. We could not find it at all. De Leon 7-6 in a defensive battle against Clyde. That's either good defense or bad offense. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
And Winters, the Winters Blizzards, that's what they're called, Nikki.
Okay.
21-zip over
Not really
Goldthwait.
ideal in this weather.
Yeah, Dublin 38-6 and against Heiko late third quarter in that one. And then who else do we have? Johnson City, they lose to San Sap. San Sap is really good, 55-3. And Chilton on the road against Cushion, 24-14.
Close one.
All right, scores of round 3-8, Nikki. Here we go.
All right, Groesbeck 17-7 over Rice in the third.
There's Malakoff.
Malakoff 40 over Teague, 40-14. These are big scores. All right, let's see what else we got.
What else we have?
Hillsborough
West Trojans.
fell to West 35, Hillsborough 13. Whitney 56 over Jarrell 3. 56. There's a lot of big scoring games
56-3. There is a
here.
lot of scoring games
I've never
here.
seen scoring like this, but I've also never seen Texas high school football.
So as we wait for Curtis Quillen to get ready to go here for his live shot, you know, big game of the week, China Spring, Lorena, and of course we knew that. Well, we keep on going here. Riker, let's go to taps here. 52-34 over Cairns. Live Oak and Vanguard. You know, these two teams, they put up a lot of points. 53-41. Vanguard wins tonight. Spring Branch taking on Waco Parkview, 42-7 in the third. And then last night, Methodist Children's, they beat Gordon 44-41. And of course, Class A, which is six-man football, which you just did a story.
How's Eagle Christian?
They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow.
Right,
42-7 Avalon over Abbott. Of course, we could not find a score for Golson and Morgan, but six-man football is where it's at.
Look at that. Penelope 50 over Buckholt 0. That was a shutout.
And then look at Coolidge on the
road.
road.
Coolidge over Granbury 35-8. Well, that's in the third, so we don't really know exactly.
I love six-man football. Six-man and taps.
But you said this is high scoring, but honestly, the 11-man also have this high of scoring.
Yeah, of course, Mark.
All right, here we
Covington and Caperl.
All right, that's a big one. That's a big one.
62-12. So, of course, some teams, they're in midseason form. Other teams, well, they're going to have to catch up before district play begins here.
Seriously, that's a big one.
Let's see. Is Curtis Quillen is ready. Let's go back out to him at our game of the week. Of course, you saw earlier, China Spring, big win over Lorena at Cougar Stadium. So we'll send it out to Curtis Quillen.
Big win.
With select mattresses. Now it.
All right,
hey
Curtis.
guys, we are at China Spring High School. I know it's not Cougar Stadium, but you know it's right outside the Cougar locker room because we are waiting on a couple of interviews with Emmanuel Abdallah, who dominated this game tonight as a running back, a real bruising running back. Look for him to really push this Cougar team through District 5 4A Division 1 and, and another gentleman who made a couple of touchdowns. His name's escaping me. Live TV, the magic of it, right? So let's talk some Texas high school football, guys, because there are some performances that were really outstanding tonight. First off, the way this China Spring team played tonight, that's got to be impressive. I got to know, for someone who was not here, what does that look like from an outsider's perspective, Nikki?
I actually thought that Lorena was possibly going to win tonight because I felt that they had some experience back. And
I had China Spring.
She had China Spring.
I thought they were going to win. I mean, I don't have like a situation from last year, but I saw it coming. I really did.
Yeah. See, so I mean, but I'm 0-1 this week, so that's fine. But Nikki and you guys picked China Spring, so we'll go ahead and take that. Curtis, you're looking lost out there, buddy. What are you doing?
Did the lights turn off on you?
No, we've got players coming out. We've got players coming out.
Come on.
Hold on one sec.
Was it Grandma's birthday over here?
Remember one of the interceptions I told y'all about going into the second half? This is Jordan Navarez or Tavares? Navarez. See, I'm bad with names. He made one of those interceptions late in the second quarter, and then at the end of the drive, you caught a touchdown with 7 seconds left until halftime. Take me through that interception from your perspective.
From the jump, I saw it, caught it, and I was just grateful for it.
You saw that swat and you're like, that ball's mine, right?
I was like, it's mine.
That drive leading into halftime, how big was that for y'all's confidence? Because Lorena was starting to build some momentum, and that kind of silenced it going into halftime.
Oh, it was really great. We needed that drive to take the lead up a notch, and we came out and we didn't get complacent and came out with the win.
I know I'm not telling you anything Coach Bell didn't already tell you, but that's a really good Lorena team. How much confidence does this give this entire program?
Oh, it gives us a lot. Lorena's a really disciplined team. They're really great football players, and we were just grateful to come out with the win.
What's next for you guys?
Lord knows.
I really appreciate it, man. Best of luck. Really good performance tonight, and
Yes,
keep it going the rest of the season.
you.
Let's bring in Emmanuel Abdallah, the big bruising back. What was it? About 3 touchdowns that you had tonight? Were you able to keep count?
Something like that. I couldn't keep count.
What was this game like for you guys? Kind of walk me through it.
You know, going into 2 days, this is what we think about every single day. Come in, win first game, win the first game of the season, win week 1, and just went out there and did what we had to do.
You get through this game, and a few of those runs, like you had a 20-yard touchdown run going into halftime, and you broke, what was it, two, three tackles on it. When you saw that hole open up from your offensive line, what's going through your head?
Hit it fast. I don't know what's gonna happen, but all I can guarantee is that if I hit it fast, something's gonna happen.
How good do you feel about this Cougar offense after this game? Because that's a good defense.
I feel really good. We got playmakers from Jordan to Sebastian to Cooley to KJ, of course. A great O-line, so, even got Sergio and Dawson wasn't able to play, but we got a great backfield, our quarterbacks. So, I'm very proud of our offense, and I think we're pretty set.
You mentioned KJ Peoples, another really good performance from him tonight.
Sure.
How good can this backfield be?
It can be an amazing backfield. I think it could be something really special.
You guys obviously have a few weeks until district play starts, and you guys there's no easing into that district. It's 5 teams. Every single one of them can make a deep run in the playoffs. What is it that you guys need to build on from this Lorena game?
I would say, being a little bit more mentally focused, a little bit more mentally disciplined. I like what we were doing, but, there were a couple plays here and there where we could have been just a little bit better.
A really good performance tonight for you and the entire program. Best of luck to you the rest of the way. China Spring gets a big 42-21 win over Lorena in our Week 1 Friday Night Lights Game of the Week, Nick. But honestly, it's not, and I don't want to tell the China Spring fans this, but it is not the performance I am most impressed with, and you know where I'm going with this. I know you do. It's in Southern Bell County. You want to take a guess at it?
Go ahead. Go ahead, say it. Is it the Holland Hornets?
I told you to buy me a ticket on the Holland Hornet train because that was a performance.
Yeah, I said it. I agreed with you.
Hey, listen, that spread was great.
That was a performance.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about that.
He loves them.
What was it?
Look, hey, we talked about
64-6, right?
Yeah, and they have a big game next week, a massive game next week against state champion Mart.
I mean, you got number 13 Holland hosting number 1 Mart next week. That one's going to be, to steal a line from Greg Tepper at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, that one's just going to be Crazy Town Banana Pants.
Curtis wants to be at
you've
that
got
one.
the entire backfield back in Holland going up against that Mart defense is always so good. That game could be just as physical as this one we just witnessed here tonight. And guys, that was a bruising game. For 2 teams that like to pass the ball as much as they do, that was a brutal game. I don't think I could have made it through that.
Curtis, come on. Let's not overdo it. We know that you have some power left. I mean, you're young.
I would put
we know
Curtis
you still have
in
some
there.
power. But, I mean, listen, next week, not only with Holland and Mart, but there's a lot of, you have Argyle and La Vega. There's a lot of big games. So next week is going to be tough trying to figure out.
Yes.
Did you see what Argyle did to Stephenville tonight, by the way?
Say that one more time.
Did you see what Argyle did to Stephenville tonight?
I did not.
In Stephenville.
What did they do?
They were up 42-7 at one point, Nick. It was impressive, that performance from Argyle to open the new stadium at Tarleton State there in Stephenville. And by the way, Stephenville is good. And they're in China Springs District. You look at China Springs District, you've got 3 teams in the top 25. Number 1, La Vega. Then you've got somewhere around 15, I can't remember the exact number, Stephenville. And then you've got number 25, China Spring. By the way, Argyle's ranked 3rd, and they're coming to Belmead next week.
Whew. I'll tell you what, it's going to be great. I cannot wait. Week 2,
I'm
week 1 was crazy.
I'm excited.
Week 2 is going to be even crazier.
I don't think I've even seen anything yet. I don't think so.
He has not.
I haven't.
But you're leaving one off the list, though, Nick. You're leaving one off the list that we talked about.
Which one was that? I have to look back at my text messages.
Crawford and Clifton.
Yes, that's a good one. Clifton, impressive tonight.
That's another banger next week.
That was a big, well, another good win.
I mean,
I felt that Clifton and everybody, La Vega was in midseason form. Mart put on them pretty good.
I feel like everyone looked really good.
Yeah. So next week is really going to be the test, and as they get forward and move forward to district play, then we're going to really know what teams are made of.
Yeah. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, and next week will tell us a lot about a lot of teams. Like Coach Bell was telling me tonight, Addison Trinity Christian looks a lot like some of the teams that they're going to play in district here at China Spring. And so you look at that game. That's another good litmus test for China Spring. But that was a really good performance. They're going to turn a lot of heads with that final score whenever people wake up who aren't watching this show right now. When people wake up and see that final score, that's going to be impressive. Do not look at this China Spring team, because, I mean, anytime you can beat Lorena, that's impressive. When you can beat Lorena 42-21 and out-physical them from the jump and outplay them from the jump. Talking to Coach Biles in the game, at the end of the game, just walking up to shake his hand, I was like, Coach, sorry that didn't go your way. He just looked at me and goes, well, when you don't make any plays in the first half and they make a lot of them, it's going to go like that sometimes, and it's 100% right. When I got back, Nick, from the Valley Mills Clifton game at the start of the second quarter, it was already 14-0 China Spring. So they came out the gate strong. They put their foot on the accelerator and just started going, and they never let up on it. They never touched the brake pedal on this game. That was impressive. And if they play like that, they can make some noise and beat that number 3 seed projection coming out of District 5 that Dave Campbell's has. Yeah, it's going to be good here. Hey, guess what? Lark Smith just texted me. University pulled off a big win over Waco High, 36-35. So
wow,
University, I'll tell you what, for a team that did not win a game for like years, now
they broke the streak. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they won 3 last year.
Just won 1
this year.
Then you're going.
Hey, can't beat it though.
No.
Not only did they win 3 last year, but you're leaving out the best part. They snapped that 47-game losing streak, and then they're mathematically in the hunt for a playoff spot with 2 games to play in District 5, 5A Division II, which, staying in that district for a sec, the 3rd defending state champ went down, Aledo, who won District 5, 5A Division II last year. University has a lot of potential. The sky is the limit for them, just like it is for a lot of teams. This could be, Nick, the deepest year of football here in Central Texas since I have been at Channel 6. I can't speak for you, though. You've got me beat by twice as many years.
Hey, listen, don't even remind me about that. But, yeah, this is. I think you're right. We're going to see a couple champions when it's all said and done. Listen, man, great job out there. Pick up some food. Nikki says she wants some chicken nuggets.
No. And, actually, sweet and sour sauce, make sure.
No. This is Texas. We get Whataburger.
All right, Whataburger.
Okay, I've never had it, so bring it my way. I'm ready for it.
Bring it over here. Well, Curtis, great job out there. Once again, China Spring, big win over Lorena. And, yeah, they have another tough test next week.
Good game of the week.
Gets them prepared for that very tough district. Curtis, we'll see you back here at the office.
See you, man.
All right, Curtis Quillen. I mean, once again, listen, college football coming up tomorrow.
Baylor,
we will have
opener.
full coverage. Yeah, I guess SFA, Matt Rule's 3rd season. They should be really, really good. Of course, Texas A&M played last night over Texas State. They won. Texas plays tomorrow. What do you think? What do you think? Give me a prediction here of Baylor.
Baylor? Okay, well, I think they're going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a huge win. I think it's going to be like 21-14.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
21 points. Baylor puts up points. I'm going to say.
Okay, well.
I'm going to say 52-7.
I'm just 52-7.
Maybe 52-13.
Okay, he's getting ahead of himself. I say 21-14.
Okay. Well.
I don't know. I could be off.
This girl didn't even know.
You're like a Baylor, like. No, you've been following them. I'm new to Central Texas. So.
Listen, you'll find out tomorrow. But
I will.
It's going to be a great weekend. Big week 1 for Texas high school football here in Central Texas. Join us next week for week number 2. It's going to be even more incredible. Nikki will get ready for her Gridiron Player of the Week, so we'll have that story coming up next week. And of course, a big difficult challenge of who we're going to find for a Game of the Week.
I've seen incredible highlights, so I have a lot of work to do because I have to pick someone.
You're going to have
really stood out. A lot of people stood out, I think.
I know, they did.
I think some of these plays, I was like, I didn't realize how old these kids are.
I know.
They're good.
They play like college. They
it's
play
no
like
joke.
College
It's no joke in Texas. It really isn't. I believe it now that I've witnessed it.
That's good. Believe the hype.
Well, I didn't really at first. No.
About to say it's about to be 11 o'clock. We're about to get. Let's get out of here.
Everyone needs to go.
And get ready for next week. So Nick Canizales, For Nikki Lattarulo, Curtis Quillen out there in the parking lot, hanging
Yeah,
out,
the
Bucky at
buses.
Whataburger. We will see you next week under the lights.